what's going on?
Yeah, special guest. He's back. He's actually back. It's weird having you back, John.
It's
My
weird.
once a month appearance.
Once a month.
Usually.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, technically, you can almost call him part of the team.
Basically. I mean, we have been.
I wouldn't even call him a special guest anymore.
Yeah, it's really not worth it anymore.
It's kind of out
It's
of
so much more to type up in the description.
Exactly.
we got
So,
special
yeah.
guest. He's like part 3, Hob is 4.
Yeah.
Y'all know the drill.
Yeah. So, what did we see, Zach?
Pet Sematary.
Yeah. So, we
But which one?
Yeah, we've technically done that.
Really, guys? You guys are really gonna make me do that?
Yeah.
The 2019 version that literally just came out
Zach.
tonight.
Remember that thing we were arguing about earlier? You can put the year on this video.
Yeah, you actually have to because it's
We're
called
not
the exact same
getting.
thing.
We're not getting into this.
Yeah, no, we had a
Alright,
whole argument
so,
about it.
here we go.
It doesn't matter.
All right, so Matt, give us a rundown.
Pet Sematary, Stephen King book.
Yep.
Usually pretty creepy, unless it's the Dark Tower. That's just sad. Not because of the story. I made him sad by him saying it. It's sad because it's a bad movie.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah. It's really
Anyway,
bad.
so go. Come on, chop.
Yeah, so Pet Sematary, family moves into a new house. On the land they have the Pet Cemetery.
Uh-huh.
And then beyond the Pet Cemetery
Is the ancient Indian burial ground.
I was hoping someone would get it.
Because you told
John
me.
covered. Oh, John covered me there.
And if you know anything about ancient Indian burial grounds,
Run!
stay away.
Run!
You're screwed. It doesn't matter if you try to run anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So, what do? They go
they,
straight to the
They
ancient
go
Indian burial
straight
ground.
to it.
yeah, right there. It's a horror movie. What do you expect?
Of course.
All right,
Really not
so
different.
That's pretty much- that's-
yeah. That's the synopsis.
kid dies. Dad.
And this is
all
gonna
in the
say-
trailer.
Yeah. Well, we're also gonna say we're gonna keep it very spoiler free.
I mean, it's
But
kind of hard not.
It's kind of hard not to because this is technically a remake.
Well, I mean, it's not
Well,
not just necessarily that. Everything that happens is in the dang trailer.
That's true. That's true.
We don't have to
Kinda.
worry
And plus,
about.
I'd say,
I mean, we don't have to give
anyone
the
who's seen
last
the
5
original,
minutes,
it's
but-
It'll
really
make a difference.
it's really close to the original.
It's like
It's like
maybe
there's a few changes here and
that
there,
far
but it's like very similar.
like
Yeah, it's got a
finger
few
length.
little.
It's like if you've seen the original, you know 95% of this
Son of
movie.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
So
But for those that haven't seen it,
We won't spoil
we
it.
won't spoil it
no,
because the trailer already did that.
but go watch the original before you watch this.
Yeah, I feel like well, I'll get to that later. So likes, John as our special.
Shut up! He's not a
Go ahead
special
and
guest.
start.
Likes?
What did you like?
The thing I liked the most was there was a
When he gets that chuckle, it's it's something mischievous.
there was a John Lithgow's character. He makes a joke about Winston Churchill. This girl
Knew that.
tells him, "Oh, my
Of course
cat's
it's gonna
named
be that.
name is Church, named after Winston Churchill. Like, do you know who that is?" And he's all, "I certainly do know who Winston Churchill is," which made me laugh because John Lithgow played Winston Churchill in The Crown just a few years ago.
Exactly.
There you go.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
It's such a nerd. But yeah, no, the joke that played out there is it's a sly little nod. That
I thought it was clever.
it was quite nice.
hat tip.
Yeah, no, the acting was I feel like considerably better. What do you guys think? Because I personally,
See, I'd have to disagree. I think the acting wasn't bad, but I don't think it brought anything
it didn't bring
extra
anything new.
No, nothing.
compared to the original.
No, and again, I guess we're doing negatives first. It sounds like so. To me, another popular thing that they always do to get our butts in the seats. It's the scariest movie you've seen this year. It's blah 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 blah. No, it's not.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
I never buy into that.
No,
Yeah, no.
so I
I'd
mean,
wait to see it myself.
If you fall for that now, it's kind
it's
of
your own fault. So just a heads up.
Yeah, it's really not scary.
Not scary.
And again, we've said it before. If you've seen the original,
You've seen this one.
you've literally seen this one.
Besides
So if you don't want to waste the time,
one little twist.
yeah, there's
It's
not
not
much.
one little twist.
Maybe two.
Not a couple little
Couple
things here
little
and there.
things.
But yeah, no, it's not much different. Again, there's really not much to add to what we've already talked about before in our previous, because there's really not much different.
No, I mean,
Exactly.
I don't
And
know
what I
really
would say is that compared to the original, I thought the pacing was a little too fast on this one. I liked the pacing on the original better.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the original had a better creep factor to me than this one.
yeah.
The fact that the people that are brought back, I don't want to try not to spoil it. The people that are brought back don't really say a whole lot. Makes it more
Compared
creepy.
to-
Compared this one,
Yeah.
they're like talking
They talk
quite
Throughout
a
the
bit.
whole thing.
It makes the dead people seem more like less dead, if that makes sense.
They seem more demonic.
Which I think, yeah,
This
it makes
one.
it, to me, makes it less creepy. And I enjoyed the slower pacing of the original versus like the faster pacing of this. It seemed
Yeah,
just a
it's
little
definitely
too
a lot faster.
a little too
Oh, it's
cluttered,
100%
which took
faster.
away from the creep factor, in my opinion.
That's a very good point. I 100% agree with that. Maybe
not
we should
wrong.
just let John talk and we just agree with him because he's not wrong.
I mean, all right. Well, I mean,
Go ahead, Zach. You haven't said too much
Yeah.
yet.
the only thing I could really say about the pluses of this movie is that it really kind of the pacing. What he said about it is a negative, but what also it does is it doesn't keep you like looking at your phone.
You're
get
not
to the
bored.
end.
You're not super
Yeah.
bored.
I mean, and you're not bored with the original either, but what I'm trying to say is that you get to the end without being like, okay, like every horror movie is like
The last 30
45,
minutes.
50 minutes in, you're like, are we gonna
Get
get
to it.
scares yet? Like this one kind of jumps out to the beginning and it just starts with jump scare after jump scare throughout the whole thing, so it keeps you there, but the jump scares don't work.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I was definitely. I gotta say I was a bit overhyped for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I was expecting a lot more,
100%.
especially after we heard like us and Pet Cemetery,
Mhm.
like 2 weeks apart,
Uh-huh.
both in the 90 percentile.
Yeah, I wouldn't give
Rotten
this
Tomatoes.
movie a
Yeah, I don't know if
90%.
I'd do that.
See, like
I
you said,
know.
the jump scares didn't work, and that's where I like the style of the original better because they didn't rely so much on jump scares.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
better pacing, and there was more of a build up to the story.
Yeah.
And the character, especially the character of Judd, I thought in the original was a little more mysterious.
Yeah.
You know, he had that accent.
Yeah.
And they gave a little bit more of his background and like what had happened.
Yeah.
You know,
With everything.
in his past a little bit more. So
That's
it was more story driven and
Yeah.
and the pacing made it
Yeah.
a little
Stay in the shot, buddy.
a little creepier versus this one, which tried the jump scare route,
Yeah.
which didn't work.
Well,
quite
see,
as well.
like lately, what horror movies do are the jump scares instead of trying to get you invested just in the story is creepy alone that makes it scary.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Stephen King's style in general, I think, doesn't really blend as well with the jump scare
No.
style of filmmaking.
It's that creep factor. You
Yeah.
feel uneasy.
you
throughout
need
the
Exactly.
movie.
yeah, you need to feel that creepiness
Like-
of the story. Which, yes, if this was a true story, it would be creepy.
Yeah.
But what it does is it just bottles everything that Stephen King put into the book and goes, okay, well, we got an hour and 45 minutes. Let's make a horror movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it takes the best elements of the book, but then slaps it with jump scares and calls it a movie.
Yeah.
Instead of relying on
we
the story.
mentioned the overall, the overall creep factor of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it now. I feel like Jordan Peele would make a really good Stephen King horror movie.
100%.
Because you haven't seen Us
He
yet.
hasn't seen
Yeah, I
Us
haven't
yet.
seen that yet. So
And if
I
you-
And he
can't
hasn't seen
make
Get
a
Out.
comment yet.
Yeah, and he also hasn't seen Get Out, which we're gonna have to fix that. So whenever Us comes out on DVD,
Screw
or
that, we
whatever-
got A-list, we can go see it again.
That's true, easily. But as soon as you see those two movies, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I 100% agree
Yeah.
with that because there's maybe like one jump scare in Us, I'd say, and even
Yeah.
but throughout the movie, you have this uneasy feeling, creepiness.
Mhm.
So I
So-
feel like once you see that, you're gonna agree with
I
that.
mean, so what we're trying to we're talking and rambling a lot,
Yeah,
guys. But what we're trying to get down to is that Stephen King writes good, creepy novels that gets under your skin.
Yeah.
This misses that mark and relies on jump scares.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Now, having said that, I would, overall, it wasn't a bad movie.
No,
No, it's not a
I'd
bad
say
movie.
it's still worth seeing.
Yeah.
Still enjoyable. And here's how I would sum it up: you can watch the original, you can watch this one. They're very similar. you get basically more or less the same thing. I just think the original was done a little bit better.
Had more better creepy cinematography.
The way it was made was just a little better, but more or less they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, what we're trying to say is that it's a fun, scary, entertaining ride, but it's not scary.
Yeah.
So that scary mark that we really wanted this to be, because they compared it to It.
Yeah.
Is what we kept hearing.
Yeah, no, not even.
And
close.
it's not even close on that level.
No. It's one where I can definitely say the new one is better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we watched the old
Exactly.
one.
That's enough about
yeah.
that. So, score
Rankings,
time.
Scores, yeah.
John, do you remember our score rankings?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So, Matt, we're gonna go this way since we ended with you. That way, we'll start with you and then come back around.
All right.
Go.
See, I'm really kind of struggling. It's on a thin line for me. I want to say not the buy it rank, just because I still want people to go see this, because it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
But overall, I think I'm going to still say 50-50.
Okay.
Because, again, it's just... I was let down. Maybe that was because I overhyped myself too much, but realistically, it's just kind of for me.
Right.
So...
Okay.
Zach?
I'm gonna hit that 50-50 as well. It's fun, but it just doesn't hit that scare mark that I expected it to hit, like Matt said.
Yeah.
It's just right there, but it's overall it's a good enough to check out.
John?
It's a unanimous 50-50
Yeah, there it is.
for me. And my 50-50 and 150, you can see this one. Other 50, you can see the original.
And yeah.
There it is.
And get basically the same thing.
Alright guys, that's it. We love you. And guess what? We have so many videos coming out to you guys this entire month. Maybe it will feature John. Maybe it'll just be the original 2. He's trying to say I'm short. But
Stay tuned.
stay tuned. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next one.